Good morning, students. We are in Unit 3. Our discussion topic is today volume and strength reduction, neutralization, equalization, and proportionating. These topics we need to discuss here. Guys, here the first topic is volume and the strength reduction. Here, waste reduction, waste reduction alternatives. Guys, here, yeah, volume and the strength reduction. In the recording, this first volume reduction, waste reduction alternatives. The first one is the volume reduction. In volume reduction, introduction. In general, the first step in minimizing the effects of industrial waste on receiving streams and treatment plants is to reduce the volume of such wastes. This may be accomplished by classification of waste, conservation of wastewater, changing production to decrease waste, reusing both industrial and municipal effluents as raw water supplies, estimation of batch or slug discharges of process waste. And guys, here classification of waste. If wastes are classified so that manufacturing process waters are separated from cooling waters, the volume of water requiring intensive treatment may be reduced considerably. Sometimes it is possible to classify separate the process waters themselves so that only the most polluted ones are treated and the relatively uncontaminated are discharged without treatment. The three main classes of wastewaters are waste from manufacturing process, waters used as cooling agents in industrial process, waste from sanitary uses. Conservation of wastewater. Water conserved is waste saved. Conservation begins when an industry changes from open to a closed system. Introduction of conservation practices requires a complete engineering survey of existing water use and an inventory of all plant operations using water and producing waste, so as to develop an accurate balance for peak and average operating conditions. For example, steel mills reuse cooling waters to cool processors, reuse waters to remove dirt and other non-combustible materials from coal, changing production to decrease waste. Changing production to decrease waste. This is an effective method of controlling the volume of waste, but is difficult to put into the practice. It is hard to persuade a production mean to change their operations just to eliminate waste. Normally, the operational phase of engineering is planned by the chemical, mechanical, or industrial engineer, whose primary objective is cost savings. several measures that can be used to reduce waste: improved process control, improved equipment design, use of different or better quality raw materials, good housekeeping, and preventive maintenance. Reusing both industrial and municipal effluents for raw water supplies. Practiced mainly in areas where water is scarce and are expensive. This is proving a popular and economical method of conservation. Of all the sources of water available to industry, sewage plant effluent is the most reliable at all seasons of the year and the only one that is actually increasing in quantity and improving in quality. Many industries and cities hesitate to reuse effluents for raw water supply. Certain technical problems such as hardness, color, and an aesthetic reluctance to accept effluents as a potential source of water for any purpose. Also, treatment plants are subject to shutdown and sudden discharges, both of which may make the supply undependable or of variable quality. However, as the cost of importing a raw water supply increase, it would seem logical to reuse waste treatment plant effluents to increase the present water supply by replenishing the groundwater. The ever available treatment plant effluent can produce a low-cost steady water source through groundwater recharge. Reuse of sewage effluent will reduce the quantity of pollution discharged by the municipality, and elimination of batch or sludge discharge of process waste. If the waste is discharged in a short period of time, it is usually referred to as a slug discharge. This type of waste, because of its concentrated contaminants and or surge in volume, can be troublesome to both treatment plants and the receiving streams. There are at least two methods of reducing the effects of these discharges. The manufacturing firm alerts its practice so as to increase the frequency and lessen the magnitude of batch discharges. Such wastes are retained in holding basins from which they are allowed to flow continuously and uniformly over an extended, usually 24-hour period. This is called a volume reduction. Here, strength reduction. Water strength reduction is the second major objective for an industrial plant concerned with waste treatment. The strength of waste may be reduced by process changes, equipment modifications, segregation of waste, equalization of waste, byproduct recovery, proportionating of waste, and monitoring waste streams. Here, guys, process changes. In reduction, the strength of waste through process changes, the sanitary engineer is concerned with waste that are most troublesome from a pollution standpoint. Equipment modification. Changes in equipment can affect a reduction in the strength of the waste, usually by reducing the amounts of contaminants entering the waste stream. An outstanding example of waste strength reduction occurred in the dairy industry. The new cans were constructed with smooth necks so that they could be drained faster and more completely. This prevented a large amount of milk waste from entering streams and sewage plants. Segregation of waste. Segregation of waste reduces the strength and or the difficulty of treating the final waste from an industrial plant. It usually results in two ways. one strong and small in volume and other weaker with almost the same volume as the original unsegregated waste. The small volume strong waste can then be handled with methods specific to the problem it presents. In terms of volume reduction alone, segregation of cooling waters and the storm waters from process waste will mean a saving in the size of the final treatment plant. Equalization of waste. Plants which have many products from a diversity of a process prefer to equalize their waste. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, guys, interrupt you. This requires holding waste for a certain period of time, depending on the time taken for the repetitive process in the plant. For example, if a manufactured item requires a series of operations that take 8 hours, the plant needs an equalization basin designated to hold the waste for that 8 hours period. The effluent from an equalization basin is much more consistent in its characteristics than each separate influent to the same basin. Stabilization of pH and BOD. BOD means biological oxygen demand, and the settling of solids and heavy metals are among the objectives of equalization. Stable effluents are treated more easily and efficiently than unstable ones by industrial and municipal treatment plants. Byproduct recovery. All waste contained by products the exhausted materials used in the process. Since some wastes are very difficult to treat at low cost, it is advisable for the industrial management concerned to consider the possibility of building a recovery plant which will produce a marketable byproduct and at the same time solve a some waste problem. Proportionating waste. By proportionating its discharge of concentrated waste into the main sewer, a plant can often reduce the strength of its total waste to the point where it will need a minimum of final treatment or will cause the least damage to the stream or treatment plant. It may prove less costly to proportion one small but concentrated waste into the main flow according to the rate of the main flow than to equalize the entire waste of the plant in order to reduce the strength. Monitoring waste streams. Accidental spills are often the sole cause of stream pollution or malfunctioning of treatment plants, and these can be controlled and often eliminated completely if all significant sources of waste are monitored. Neutralization. Introduction. Excessively acidic or alkaline waste should not be discharged without treatment into a receiving stream. A stream is adversely affected by low or high pH values. This adverse condition is even more critical when sudden sludge of acids or alkalis are imposed upon the stream. Acceptable methods of neutralization. mixing waste so that the net effect is a neutral pH, passing acid waste through beds of limestone, mixing acid waste with lime slurries, adding the proper proportions of concentrated solutions of caustic soda NaOH or soda ash Na2CO3 to acid waste, adding compressed CO2 to alkaline waste, adding sulfuric acid to alkaline waste. The material and method used should be selected on the basis of the overall cost. Since material costs vary widely and equipment for utilizing various agents will differ with the method selected. The volume, kind and quality of acid or alkali to be neutralized are also factors in deciding which neutralizing agents to use. Equalization. Equalization is a method of retaining waste in a basin so that the effluent discharge is fairly uniform in its characteristics. pH, color, turbidity, alkalinity, BOD is nothing but a biological oxygen demand. A secondary but significant effect is that of lowering the concentration of effluent contaminants. A retention pond serves to level out of the effects of peak loadings on the plant while substantially lowering the biological oxygen demand and suspended solids load to the aeration unit. Air is sometimes injected into these basins to provide better mixing, chemical oxidation of reduction compounds, some degree of biological oxidation, agitation to prevent suspended solids from settling. The size and the shape of the basins vary with the quantity of waste and the pattern of its discharge from the industry. The capacity should be adequate to hold and render homogeneous all the waste from the plant. Almost all industrial plants operate on a cycle basis. Thus, if the cycle of operations is repeated for every 2 hours, an equalization tank which can hold a 2-hour flow will usually be sufficient. The mere holding of waste, however, is not sufficient to equalizing it. Each unit volume of waste discharged must be adequately mixed with other unit volumes of waste discharged many hours previously. This mixing may be brought about in the following ways: proper distribution and buffering, mechanical agitation, aeration, and combination of all three. And guys, proportionating. Proportionating means the discharge of industrial waste in proportion to the flow of municipal sewage in the sewers or to the stream flow in the receiving river. In most cases, it is possible to combine equalization and production in the same basin. The effluent from the equalization basin is metered into the sewer or stream according to a predetermined schedule. The objective of proportionating in sewers is to keep constant the percentage of industrial waste to domestic sewage flow entering the municipal sewage plant. This procedure has several purposes: to protect municipal sewage treatment using chemicals from beginning impaired by a sudden overdose of chemicals contained in the industrial waste, to protect biological treatment devices from strong loads of industrial waste which may inactivate the bacteria, to minimize fluctuations of sanitary standards in the treated effluent. The rate of flow of industrial waste varies from instant to instant, as does the flow of domestic sewage system. Therefore, the industrial waste must be equalized and retained, then proportionated to the sewer or stream according to the volume of domestic sewage or stream flow. Excuse me, guys. And guys, here and one more thing is here, guys. One more thing is we need to discuss. Here, guys, recycling and reuse. Here, guys, involves the recovery of resources from the waste stream in the form of both materials and energy. Primary recycling, only materials recovery. Recycled materials are reused in their same form. Most efficient form of recycling involving few processes. Secondary recycling, both materials and energy recovery. Recycled materials are used for remanufacturing or to produce energy more energy intensive than primary recycling. Significance: minimizes the use of virgin raw materials directly, raw materials recycled and indirectly reused. Saves energy both directly, recyclables used to produce energy, and indirectly reuse prevents disposal and manufacturing. Minimizes overall environmental pollution, limits emissions of greenhouse gases by preventing open dumping, generates income, reduces overall waste management cost risk, involves health hazards to people working in the sector, production costs of reusable products, collection of recycled materials involves additional collection vehicles. Sometimes more energy is required in the recycling process. Sometimes emission of certain gases are more in recycling process compared to incineration process. Considerations of cost components. Material costs including transportation, production costs, processing and conversion, marketing costs, costs associated with environmental damage, savings from direct sales, disposal cost savings, opportunity savings, employment, savings equivalent to the costs of production of recycled materials, savings associated with other environmental benefits. Present practices. Informal recycling, developing countries. First stage, households separate refuse of higher market values and sell them. Second stage, urban scavengers collect refuse. Third stage, municipal sanitation workers collect and transport sewage. Final stage, people salvaging items at final disposal sites. Here, guys. Industries, remolding factories to market, empty beverage containers. Here, from market to user, households, industries or institutions. From bins and communal collection places and final dumping sites. to final disposal. A recycling pattern for urban solid waste in Bangladesh. Here, from final dumping sites to municipal workers or scavengers, and again to waste material shop dealer and to industrial remote factories, and again here to market. So direct sale from vice versa, and street hackers and scavengers, municipal workers. Industrialized countries. Current recycling practices throughout the world includes a vast majority of materials such as papers, glass, metals, plastic, textiles, rubber and leather, construction and demolition waste, oil, tires, batteries, chemicals, food waste, garden waste. Here, recycling of municipal solid waste in selection countries as percentage of total waste country recycling including composting and composting only. This is the United Kingdoms, England and Wales, Italy, Canada, France, Germany, USA, Switzerland, Sweden, Austria, Netherlands. And effective recycling. Legislation, recycling opportunities. Legislation, effective recycling is legislation, recycling opportunities, commitment, recycling opportunities, commitment, labor and equipment, infrastructures, finance. Recycling process, separation of materials, mechanized sorting, both manual and mechanized sorting, conversion of materials, thermal conversion, inclination of recover energy or heat pyrolysis, biochemical conversion, anaerobic digestion, composting, and hydrolysis. Resource recovery options from organic waste, animal feed, soil conditioner with or without treatment, energy either biological or thermally, organic compounds. Worldwide ranking of treatment technologies says of the organic fraction of MSW. Here landfill first, incineration is the second, composting is the third, anaerobic digestion is the fourth. Planning of recycling, stakeholders, public education campaign, commitment of local government, building local expertise, recycling opportunities, assessment of local waste stream and examples. Here, recycling performance indicators. Recyclable fraction, recycled fraction realistic, indicators that can be used to measure the performance of recycling scheme. Warner 1999 given by UK government, municipal recovery rate, household recycling rate, home composting participation rate, recovery effectiveness, and capture rates. So guys, now in this class, we discussed clearly volume and standard reduction, neutralization, equalization and proportioning, recycling, reuse, and resources recovery. These topics are we discussed in our class. Thank you guys for your patience. In next class, I will go to complete the unit 3. So tomorrow we will complete the unit 3. Thank you guys.